If you've been here the last few weeks, which I think most of you have, we've been working on our Baja series where Janet challenged Brenda and I and herself to remake the Baja in some way. And I saw the Baja pattern here, and
I think I got one right on my desk.
So we've talked about our Baja a lot. It is our unisex pullover top. It's got the kangaroo pocket in the front, and it is we've talked about it a lot because we've remade it in a lot of different ways, and then especially in this series. So far after our reveal, we have shown, I feel like I'm cutting you off a little bit here. We have shown Janet's, which is the orange here. Janet added a zipper straight up to make it full open zipper front. Then mine is the navy. I know it might look black on your screen, but it is a dark navy. And I made mine, I showed last week, into a swim cover up. So I made it longer, and I took the sleeves off, and I shortened up because this does have and I am wearing it, the drop shoulder. So I brought that up, and we talked about that last week, so you can go back and watch those videos if you want. So we only have one left, and we'll let you guess whose that is. Who could it be? So that's Brenda. So we are going to show you what Brenda did to hers, because I know a lot of you are very interested in the fun detail that she did here.
Hers is so cute.
On the sleeve. I thought it was such a great idea. Again, we are running a contest if you're interested in participating for you to remake a Baja. There are only 2 qualifications, I believe, and that is you have to use the Baja pattern. Oh, yep, 2. You have to use the Baja pattern, and you have to use one of these fabrics. They're on our website at islatersewing.com in some way. It doesn't have to be the whole Baja. It can be part of the Baja, and I believe Janet's going to tell you kits. Is that what you're going to say?
Well, the fabric is available by the yards. If you already have the pattern, that might be your best bet. But you also can buy a kit that comes with the fabric and the tie, and you're going to get a discount. So really, look at that kit if you already have the pattern. But if you don't already have the pattern, there's a deluxe kit that comes with the pattern, the tapes, and the tie. So take a look at, the different options. And like Jessica said, you use one of those stripes, but I'm pretty sure by some of the orders that have come through, some people are using more than one. Okay. And we've had the question, can they mix it up with other fabrics? Yes. Yes. We are just asking you to use your imagination and kind of inspire the rest of us, as well as maybe tackling something you wouldn't have if you hadn't been challenged to do it. I think that's the best thing about challenges and all the contests. And I used to enter not a lot, but I entered several contests and exhibited at different art events many years ago. And I always thought that was the best part of it. Whether you won or not, or got any kind of recognition, what happened is that you challenged yourself and you wanted to be the best. So you tried new things. And you inevitably learn something new. And there's some pride that goes with that too. Some self-accomplishment, a little pat on the back. You feel good about it. So think about the challenge in that way. Don't judge yourself. We're not judging you. We just want you to have fun with this. But challenge yourself to do something a little different.
Yes. And Claudia is in, and she says the fabric for the challenge is very high quality. So thank you for that feedback, Claudia. It is. It's really nice. And as you can see, you can use it in different ways. In which Connie said, I originally guessed every one of them wrong, which is
okay.
fine because we've talked about it in the office and we all like each other's.
Yeah.
We would wear them. Well, Janet said she wouldn't wear mine.
Only because
yeah.
I'm over 60 and I don't wear sleeveless anymore.
Yeah, but if you were at the beach or something,
yeah.
Like, maybe. But if you're already in a swimsuit, but otherwise, like we like what everybody else did.
Yeah,
so it's not like I can't believe she thought I need that because it's not like that at all. It's,
no,
but I think it's funny. Some of the guesses most of the guesses weren't right.
Yeah, exactly. Even if they got one right, they got the other two wrong.
Yeah,
I noticed some of those, but yeah, usually they were all off.
But there wasn't much to go off of. I mean, Janet's is orange, which that would probably be the biggest hint. Tell. Maybe. But even then, like I said, we all liked each other's. So we will get into Brenda explaining how she did the changes on hers. But Jillian asked if I was wearing the Baja, and I am. So I wore this today because, and I apologize who asked last week about not adding the hood. And
you don't remember who it was?
What? No, and it might have been Jillian. I don't know.
This is linen, 100% linen. And I think, did we do this last year or the year before maybe?
Yeah.
And the only change is, I think the length is the same.
There's no pocket.
Oh, yep.
There's no pocket. The sleeves are shortened.
Oh, yep. And we put a facing in the back neck instead of having a hood.
Yeah.
So real quick, real easy. And this is the kind of very simple garment that shows off an interesting fabric. So many times when you get a really interesting fabric, it's a good idea to pick a very simple silhouette because you're showing off the fabric. Then when you want to show off details or more seaming and things, that often works out better in a solid or a very muted print.
Yeah.
But nothing is absolute.
So yes.
Yeah. Okay, what's next?
We can get in the best. I just want to say, like, yeah, we were showing this because we didn't put a hood on it.
Yeah.
You don't have to put a hood on yours. We just all happened to keep the hood.
We even made that comment. We're throwing the tie into the kits, but you don't have to use the tie for
or
the
you
hood.
Could use it for something.
You could
else.
use it in a different way, and that would be an interesting challenge too. So whatever you could add to it, whatever you want to do. But we're going to ask Brenda to come in now, and now Brenda does not consider herself a on-screen personality, and she's agreed to do this. So we're really got to thank her a lot for doing this because she is a superb seamstress. She's excellent. She sews all the time. And
all the time. I think she sews in her sleep.
It's very possible.
I don't know how she gets it all done if she isn't sewing in her.
We don't know,
sleep.
but she's in great demand by her family for all the sewing she does.
Yeah.
I bet she has a list right now.
Yes.
I'm going to ask her that.
All right, so just I want to reply to Jillian. She says she really likes the linen look. And yes, Jillian, this is great. You know, Janet said she didn't want to, you can put this over here and I'll move to it. You know, she doesn't want to do like a sleeveless because she doesn't want to show her arms. And this is a great way to make the Baja and it still be lightweight and not too hot.
Yeah, and you can make it even out of more sheer fabric because it's just a cover-up. All right, I'm going to slip over here, Brenda, and you come on in and have a seat. There she is. Hi, everybody. This is Brenda. Say hi to Brenda. And a lot of you already know her through probably email and phone calls and orders. Yes. So anyway, Brenda chose the turquoise, kind of.
Kind of.
I believe, yes. We won't go into that. But anyways, so Brenda, what was the first thing that you wanted to do when you got the challenge?
So online I saw a similar type garment to the Baja, and it had 3/4 length sleeves. So I thought, perfect, that's what I'm going to do. And then I thought, oh, I need to add something to it, make it a little jazzier. So the inset came next, the idea for the inset.
So that's this little stripe in the sleeve. Let's pull her up here a little closer. Yeah.
And I like the pocket. I love pockets, so I had to keep the pocket. And what else?
Yes, I know you altered the pocket. You used
Yes.
a small pocket.
So, yes.
So Brenda made the extra small. And although it's not real snug on her, she could put a t-shirt or a tank underneath it. But yet it fits like a top rather than maybe an outerwear garment. But I don't know, the pocket just seemed too narrow, wasn't it, in the extra small? And so then what did you do?
Oh, because it was shortened too,
You shortened the whole
I shortened the whole
garment.
length, and then it seemed like I needed to shorten the pocket. It was too high up then. So
Okay.
all
So you
was shortened.
So you made a one size bigger pocket, but you shortened it. And did you shorten it at the bottom or the top? At the top.
So it's a little wider up here, a little more room.
But you still have a nice generous pocket, and that's the thing to always keep in mind.
So you use the shortened lengthened line on the pattern?
No, that's
no.
a pocket.
No,
Oh,
there is-
sorry.
I kind of
I was reading
auditioned.
comments.
You know,
Yeah.
I wore it in. I thought, oh.
So when you decided to put this inset in, what was your process to decide how wide or narrow it should be?
I brought it in. I had a wide piece, and I thought, oh, I don't know. So I got an opinion from everyone, and then I decided on I like the blue, so the three teal stripes. So that was kind of my guideline.
Okay.
Make sure that.
So, yeah, it looks like you cut it precisely so it would come out that
Right.
way.
Perfect.
And, of course, they're both the same. And that's an important thing to keep in mind. Those need to be identical. And you'd be surprised how much it would throw your eye off. You know, if they weren't, it might look like you're standing funny because the stripes are a little bit odd. So keep those matched if you decide to do an inset like that. Okay, and this again is an extra small.
And just the bias.
Oh, yes. I thought that was really clever. And you told me you were going to do that. And you said, do you think that'll work? And I said, I don't know. So tell us how you did that. Did you cut it on the bias?
I cut it on the bias.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't look
It
like
kind of
it.
doesn't look like it right there. Yeah.
No, it's on the 45, and it curled, but you know, it worked out. It worked fine.
So instead of using like a bias tape, she actually made self-bias from the knit, and it did curl a lot. You know, somebody else is, we'll see how she does, but she wanted to cut the whole
thing.
large pieces on the bias and do a chevron thing. And she asked me how that would work, and I said, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know, but
I'm excited to find out.
yeah,
Easy to tame.
Yeah, please let me know how that worked out. Yeah, okay. Well, that's great. Do we have any questions for Brenda? Nope, everybody just...
Lots of nice comments about how seeing your face because they know how.
I knew they would like that.
Like
I knew
Sally
they would
says,
like
nice
that.
to put a face to you.
Yeah.
You were so friendly and helpful.
Good.
Yes, that's Brenda's superpower. Friendly and helpful.
Try to be. Don't bite your head off.
Usually she goes above and beyond. So we love our Brenda. All right, Brenda. Yes, thank you so much. I'm going to do a little demo on how to change the pattern to get this, to have this inset in it. So Brenda lended me her pieces, and I'm going to go over to the other end of the table so I can show you what she did.
And she's gone, so don't ask her to come back. Oh, I caught you there.
All right, so
I'm gonna shut that door.
sure.
Oh, there she is again. Trying to go to the other
Now
office.
she's turning out to be a camera hog.
Sophie, Janet's going to show us right now how Brenda did that with the sleeve.
All right, so I need to show this piece.
Yep.
All right, so here's her sleeve pattern. And she determined what would be 3/4 length sleeve on her body. Now you can do that by pinning the sleeve and measuring it down. You can do it by measuring a 3/4 inch sleeve that you already like in the length of. But, and I'm not sure exactly how Brenda came up with her determination, but she came up with a determination to cut the sleeve this length right here. So we're going to cut that off first and get rid of that because we don't need that anymore. And then she determined where she was going to put the inset. So that was coincidentally, remember the word coincidentally, it was coincidentally right on the short and lengthen line. It worked out really nice because you need a nice straight line. Okay, now she determined the width that she wanted her inset plus seam allowance. So the first thing she's going to have to do, what you're going to have to do is add the seam allowance to this piece right here. This is the top part of the sleeve. Let me pull her over here too. Okay, so this is the top part of the sleeve right here. So we have to add a seam allowance to this. Brenda added a 1/4. That's all I would add as well. So add a 1/4 inch seam allowance to this by taping a piece of paper on here and measuring the 1/4 inch and cutting it. Okay, so then out of the pattern piece that she cut off, Brenda measured and cut, oops, sorry, the sleeve inset. So this sleeve inset, but she had to add a 1/4 inch seam allowance and a 1/4 inch seam allowance at the bottom of it. So this will need the 1/4 inch seam allowance. This is the stitching line, so this will set right here. Okay, and then from the bottom of the sleeve, we have, did I get this upside down? No. Then she just adds the bottom of the sleeve back and then it'll be hemmed. And now she's still got the same length that she wanted for her 3/4. So let's review. We sliced the pattern. We cut it off the length we wanted it. Then we made the insert the width that we wanted. Remember, Brenda chose hers by how many stripes she would want to show, plus seam allowance.
Oh, I do. Let's show me. Yeah, she auditioned it on. She had like some wider, should it be wider, should it be this, you know, kind of looked in the mirror, kind of just pinned it on and looked in the mirror. And
Right. And when you're making these pieces, it's a real good idea to draw the seam allowance on and then lay it over top so that you can make sure all the pieces are going to fit together before you cut them out. Always proof things in paper when you're making a pattern or altering a pattern before you go cut it out in fabric. And then this would be the bottom of our sleeve, and it just needs a hem, and now that's the bottom part I put on here. So when you cut this apart again, first we cut it to the length we wanted. Now we know that the finished length of this sleeve is going to be this length plus this, also the hem is included in that. So then the first thing we want to do is create our insert. Add your 1/4 inch seam allowance to this piece. Create your insert at a 1/4 inch on each top and bottom. So that will sit here. Then on the bottom piece, which came off of here, we're going to add a 1/4 inch seam allowance here. And just remember, you're going to have the hem here. But if you use this piece to create the whole thing, it's going to, and you knew that was the length you wanted plus hem, it'll all work out exactly right.
Okay, so Linda has a good question. How do you keep matching the stripes after adding the insert? So it's a very good eye there, Linda.
This stripe,
Mm-hmm.
okay. Well, Brenda, come back to the camera and answer that question for them because you did it. I mean, I could tell them what I would do, but I want to hear what you did.
Yeah, I think I drew a line.
Go over there.
Well, no,
I'm
the
trying to
camera's
remember
over
what I
here.
did. Mhm.
Oh, yeah, you're over
You
here.
could just stand
Come
next
over
to
here.
your lady. She doesn't remember.
I did it on purpose.
Did you, when you laid it out,
I
did you lay this on the stripe and then this on the stripe?
Yes.
That's
So-
the way you would do it, right?
Yes. So to make sure, yes, made sure that yes, this was lined up.
You would
Keep
have
going.
a straight of the grain line. So
Mhm.
let's say that this was her bottom piece. See that straight of the grain line? Okay, she would cut this out so that those stripes stayed in line.
So it's easy if you pick a stripe.
Pick
Yeah.
a stripe and line it
And
up
line
on
it up.
that stripe.
Mhm. And once you know this stripe lines up here, it will line up everywhere.
Yes.
Good question, Linda.
Thanks, Brenda.
Remember.
Good hiding behind the dress form.
Yeah, I like it. Wilson.
So I hope that made sense, but if you cut them out on the fabric in alignment, or at least use something like an indicator like the straight of the grain, then you know those stripes will line up when you put your insert in.
All right, Janet. How are the seams finished off on the inside? Is the hem ironed down or up the sleeve? Are they ironed down with double-sided tape?
Okay,
Not. She's saying no with the double-sided tape.
No, and I think I serged them.
this is, you didn't cover hem this, but you could.
No,
Oh.
yeah.
So this is serged,
Here, let me zoom in a little bit.
and
All
then
right. I feel confident showing the inside of Brenda's work.
so it was serged first and then just straight stitched. And as long as you don't stretch it out, just be careful. Use a little bit longer stitch. Don't, you quilters, please remember, up your stitches to 3. And on a knit, hemming a knit, maybe a little longer.
So which way did she press
Press these, you press them toward the insert.
toward the insert? Both of them towards Sophie.
And all of the seams are finished with serging. You could actually construct most of this garment on a serger, but you'd still need the straight stitch for the facing and stuff.
Connie says, I don't know why she wants to hide. She's a lovely, brilliant lady.
Yep. Why am I upside down?
Oh, I moved the camera.
Okay, as long as I'm not upside down on the...
Okay. Now I am concerned. You're not upside down.
Good.
Let's see. I was trying to get that. You're not upside down here.
I was a
Oh,
minute ago.
She was drinking. That's why she was late. I was trying to get that seam in focus, but I got it. So
Okay.
that's what I got for questions. If anybody
All right.
else has a question, feel free. Shout her out. Whee! We didn't close the doors today. I get to see the inside of the office. Look close. Or look fast.
Oh, please. The inside of the office? Oh,
The doors are open.
couldn't be worse.
It could be. I've seen it worse.
Really? After a show, maybe.
Before a show, during a show.
Anyway.
All right.
Okay, so.
Oh, sorry. Reading comments.
All
Okay,
right.
so that is.
We didn't tell them the best part. If you get a kit, you get merch.
You get merch. Who didn't remind us the merch?
Hand me a merch.
Oh. I thought you were telling me to write it down. Like, you just said it. I don't need to write it down.
So, Islander logo little tote bag that you get with every kit for the Baja. So, just thought I'd throw that out there. My granddaughter insisted that we have some merch.
Some merch. Connie. She says it's nice to know you're normal people, referring to our please. We are far
They
from
think
normal.
we're normal.
She's just being nice.
Okay.
They
think we're normal.
Did she use the serger and then stitch by hand? No. Why would she do that?
Well, we did that with the polar fleece, but I explained why we did it with the polar fleece. But no, I think she used the 4-thread serger. That's what it looks like to me.
Yes.
Yeah, she says yes, she used the 4-thread serger. So most of it is constructed with the serger, with the exception, obviously, of where it needs to be top stitched or when you put the pocket or the facing on. But everything else is constructed with the 4-thread serger.
Oh yeah, Janice, you could do that. She said ruffle at the bottom of the sleeve in a contrast color would be fun too.
Well, I thought even just ruffling this piece.
Oh yeah.
Just make it half a Guinness long and then just ruffle it onto there. That could be cute.
You know what
too.
else is big right now? If anyone's looking for an idea. What's big right now, and I just had 2 shirts come in the mail that I was trying on, is to have like the kind of puff sleeve.
Yeah.
And these sleeves are, bigger already. It wouldn't take much to put a cuff at the bottom and have like a little puff sleeve.
Oh yeah, a little.
Not like a puff shoulder, but like the sleeve itself is
fuller sleeve with the elastic. Mm-hmm.
What do they call that? Puff sleeve?
No,
Like a balloon sleeve, but not a balloon sleeve.
Yeah,
Like,
just the full sleeve.
yeah, it's just a full, and you put the
with
cuff
an
at
elastic
the
cuff.
bottom.
Yeah,
That'd be fun.
yeah. I agree.
Feel free to use it. Okay, so that's what we have going on. If you have any more questions, make sure to check out those kits if you're interested, or just the fabric.
We're doing pretty well. We got a second shipment of fabric in. So if you've gone in a couple weeks ago and saw that we were sold out of a couple of colors, know that they're back. But I'm not going to make a third order. So once things sell out, that'll be the end of it. But we do, like I said, we do have 3 colors still available.
Yep. I just put the link for the kits in the comments, and you can find the fabric on the website as well. And you have until, this is important, you have until June 15th to enter your garment. All you have to do is post a picture on our Facebook page. You do not have to send it to us. We will not be examining your work.
We just want you to inspire.
Put it on
the
yourself
community.
or whoever you made it for. If you're like Brenda and prefer not to photograph yourself, put it on your dress form. Have someone else put it on for you. And just post it on our Facebook page by June 15th. And then the following Tuesday, we will announce the winner. And it's a $100 gift card to Islander Sewing.
Yes. So, and from the looks of it, we might be giving away a few more prizes.
Well, I know you love to. 2 things Janet loves to do: buy things, give things away. Not from her stash though, but
okay. Okay.
And then a couple of announcements. Don't forget that our lovely Brenda, now you can put face
To the name.
to the name while we talk, has set up our YouTube channel. She has playlists on there for like topics, including now the sew-alongs. So the sew-alongs that we have done here on Facebook. Facebook holds all our videos from Tuesdays at 2. You can always go back and find them. But we know and have heard that it's a little bit easier to do it on YouTube, especially since she's put it together for you, and it'll say right there,
Well, they're all grouped together.
Grouped
so
together,
you just
so
click a playlist and all the songs.
EZV,
Yeah.
whatever.
And our catalog has gotten so large on Facebook that,
Yeah.
and I was talking to Ed. He's a newer sewer, and he likes,
Hi, Ed.
Yeah, he makes shirts, and he said, I said, yeah, and I was telling him about the YouTube and everything, and he said, yeah, well, he goes, I just sort of scroll through and I pick one at random and see what I get. It's kind of like roulette, you know? But he was enjoying them. He said, you never know what you're going to get, and you just pick one.
That is a scary thought.
I don't think so.
Don't scroll too far down, Ed.
I think he's been all the way to the bottom.
And he's still here?
Well, geez, you know, we started out so silly in that little hole with the yellow walls that our improvements look fabulous. We've made huge improvements.
We started out horrible on purpose.
That's it.
Make us look
That's
good.
it. So now we look even better.
Yes. So YouTube, just search for Islander Sewing Systems. Thanks to you guys, we have enough subscribers now that we should come up right away for you when you search that.
And the nice thing about YouTube is you don't have to be a member of anything. You don't have to give any data. You can just go to YouTube, search Islander Sewing Systems, and watch it.
Now, it is beneficial to you. To both of us. Now, we are not the people that you see making money off of this, like smash that like button or anything like that. But it is beneficial to you to subscribe because then you'll get notifications when we add new content.
But when you hit that subscribe, all you're subscribing to is our channel. It's not the whole YouTube. You're not going to get a bunch of emails or commercials or anything. So if you just click that subscribe, and then you can, I think, choose to have notifications.
Yep, you can but that's, if you
don't
have a
have
YouTube
to.
account.
Yeah, okay.
You can choose to however you want your notifications to come through.
But for me, I just would go there and take advantage of having everything organized and cataloged. So if I wanted to do a sew along, just go there and click on the Easy Cape or the 5 Easy Tees or whatever. We've got 4 or 5 of them now.
Yes, and Brenda has loaded some of Connie's videos. So if you're not familiar with Connie Crawford, Fashion Patterns by Connie, her stuff is on there now too. So great videos there. Another housekeeping announcement. If you were purchasing the USBs, we have those back in stock now. So you can purchase all of our video content on DVD now or USB.
And that is our classes. It's not our
not our
live
Facebook,
events.
not our free stuff.
These are classes. Most of them were Margaret Islander, the originator of the system. And they're really sweet because the information is as stellar today as it was when she did them.
But not the fashion.
But not, and the hairstyles.
The glasses.
Some of the hairstyles and the glasses. Oh, I have the sweetest story about my aunt and her glasses. Can I tell that?
I know the story, so you don't need to tell it.
Okay. So, my Aunt Margaret was always fashionable.
Which we know many of you have taken classes from her or had the videos.
Yeah.
So you know.
And so Aunt Margaret was always fashionable. And she and I enjoyed that. We were kind of kindred spirits as far as fashion and sewing went throughout my lifetime. But anyway, I noticed that it was way past time to be wearing the giant glasses that she wore. I mean, they were no longer in style.
They were in style at one point.
Yeah. But she was still wearing them. So I said to her one day, I said, Aunt Margaret, you really need to upgrade your glasses. You need to get some new glasses. Unfortunately, I did not tell her the reason. I didn't say they're out of style. I just said you need to get some. Let's go to the store now. No, she said. 3 times I tried to go to the store with her at different times. And we lived on opposite sides of the country, so we weren't together that often. And she always had a reason she didn't want to go. So anyways, 6 months later or so, she showed up at the expo, and I was there busy, and she came up to me, and she had this big grin on her face, and I said, oh, hi, Aunt Margaret, And then she went, well? And I said, what? Well? And she kept expecting me to say something, and I said, what is it? And she goes, I got new glasses. And I said, but Aunt Margaret, they look exactly the same as the old ones. She goes, I know, I had to go to 3 different places to find them. So anyways, that...
They're in the videos.
The giant glasses are in the video, and I don't mind them because I lived in that period and I own some of those glasses.
And that's not what the videos are for.
No,
so.
no. But the technique, and she is a very charismatic person, even on video. So you will love her classes. And then there's a video that I did. I did the Easy Zippers video along with Rosebud. But they're all on USB. I think that's where we started.
Yeah.
And we were out of the original Islander Sewing Systems 1 for a while, but we've got those back in. So they're all in stock now. And if yours is back ordered, it's on its way to you. That's it.
So those are our updates. If you have any questions or need to get a hold of us, the best way is email islandersewing@comcast.net. So if you're working on your Baja and you have a question or a concern, shoot Janet an email there and she will be happy to get back to you. And we will be back next Tuesday
At 2.
Eastern Time.
Tuesdays at 2 for Islander Sewing Systems.
All right, have a good week, and I can't wait to see what you all come up with for your Bajas.
Bye now.